everyone. Old Man Comic Book Reviews. Your host, me, Douglas Waltz. We have comic books. Okay. Let's start off with one of my favorite, the Bettie Page Curse of the Banshee. They do different story arcs so they can give you a lot of #1 issues. I always get the photo cover. This one is the written by Stephen Mooney, art by Jethro Morales. And Betty has been possessed in Ireland by a banshee. So now, it's weird because it says to be concluded at the end, but it says the next issue is the penultimate issue. To me, concluded would be, it's mildly confusing. So anyways, Betty is in another place where they're trying to convince her to become one with the banshee. She's trying to fight them. There are zombies. It's good. It's a good idea. They made like a little horror comic. So, yep. So either we've got one more issue left, or 2 more issues left. I have no idea. So, I did that already. My camera person telling me things I've already done like a good doobie. Alright, one-shots. One-shots are great. Godzilla Rivals. This time it's Mothra. The biggest problem is the book is huge, so they charge you $8 for the book. It's a big book though. It's like 40 some odd pages. Not a lot of ads. This is written by Mary Kenny, pencils by S.L. Gallant, inks by Maria Keene, and it's exactly what you think it is. Godzilla is coming. They find that the Army, Navy, or whatever has chained Mothra to the bottom of a lake. So this woman interferes to have Godzilla come and help Mothra to save the day. She has come to beat Godzilla's butt. So, and she can't do it alone. Mothra needs help from the girl who saved her. And the little twins are there, and there's a big battle sequence, and the next issue is Ghidorah. King Ghidorah versus Godzilla. So these are great, just one shot. They're thick. It's all one story. It's all self-contained. It's always a one shot. There's no continue. And who doesn't love Mothra, right? Communists don't love Mothra. All right, Sonic the Hedgehog 44. Let's get into that. Story by Ian Flynn. Pencils Tracy Yardley. Inks are Matt Froese. All we know is Dr. Starline has kidnapped Belle when Eggman was the Tinkerer, when he was a good guy. Sonic has sent the Deadly Six back to their own dimension into a ship that will basically make it impossible for them to come back. It's like, it's time for you to go. And this is one of those sad things. We find out Starline, by bringing back Eggman, has taken Belle's father away from her. Because the Tinkerer Eggman doesn't remember being the Tinkerer. So, yes, very weird, convoluted storyline. And next issue they're calling it Trial by Fire. So I don't know what that's going to be about. But yeah, I mean, there's an alternate cover to make you cry. It's like, this is a good issue though. Wonder Woman number 779. We are finally done with this long thing. Afterworld's finale. Oh yeah, that's right. They got this. I can't read it. Written by Michael W. Conrad and Becky Cloonan, art by Travis Moore. Dead Man is Dead. I don't know how that works. Killed by Janus, because they had split into half, a god that split into half. And then you find out there were some twists and some turns, and Dead Man's not really dead. And this is basically wrapping everything up, so a new storyline is going to start. They cheated a little bit because they're in a place that doesn't exist, so there's no backgrounds. Because it doesn't exist, they don't have to draw any backgrounds, so all they had to draw were the characters. Genius, if you're the artist, because there are no backgrounds. No matter what page you turn to, it's just white. So that was kind of funny for me. So, anyways, and then the only reason to get this is Ratatosk goes back to the Tree of Life and tells his babies about his story and adventures with Wonder Woman. Once again, I did not read The Adventures of Young Diana. I could care less. But they're taking those out soon. So we'll see what they do with Wonder Woman. I don't know if we're getting a new creative team after this. It's weird that they entered it at 779 and 780. Usually they like to round those numbers off. Who knows? Final normal book, you'll see, for the week. Batman Scooby-Doo Mysteries. Look, it's the Scooby-Doo kids. Because they're always talking about, they were arguing about, well, which mystery did the Scooby Gang help Batman with first? Well, unbeknownst to them, when he was a young child learning how to become a detective, he went to visit a Mr. Harvey Harris. And he goes, well, I'm busy with other students, and it's the Scooby Kids. So we got to have an episode, one of those from back when they had that. So it was good. It was a throwback. You get the kids. They're all Scooby. The bad guys are all here. Hugo Strange is here. Just all of the villains that are the mafia people. That is where Batman learned how to fight crime. And the Scooby Gang also, learned how to fight crime. So a whole flashback episode. So that's kind of nice. And he's like, well, so what you didn't name yourself after? We didn't stay together as a team, because then he says, oh yeah, I would be Chicken Man hanging around with Shaggy and Scooby all the time. So good thing. So last Saturday, a couple of days ago. Oh, these comic books are for Wednesday. No, we don't know. I'm not keeping track of that. It was for last Wednesday. Pay attention. Go look at the calendar yourself. Saturday was Batman Day. I'm not a huge Batman fan. If it's not this, I'm really not going to read it. Comic book store gave us 3 comic books. Batman. So apparently there's a graphic novel coming out called Batman the World. The rundown for it says War on Crime goes global. So it's a graphic novel by 14 international all-star teams. We get a little taste of a couple of them. There's a Better Tomorrow. Benjamin von Echtersberg is the writer, and Thomas von Komont is the art fella. And they're from Germany, so this is Batman in Germany, but it's mostly dealing with the Joker. Then we go to a story called Monanon. Impyo Yeon is the writer. Jahwang Park and Jung-gi Kim are the artists. And it's Korean. Batman in Korea. And he's fighting with like an armor suit. There's one good thing where he engages the suit and they do this big spread. So that's kind of cool. I'm not buying the graphic novel, but it's still kind of cool. And then Brian, is that his name? Brian Azzarello is the writer, and Lee Bermejo does the art. And it's weird. It's just kind of gives you an overview of Batman with his funky art. The art is weird, but it's all right. There's some really cool, like, just giant set pieces. It looks painted. So this was the first one they gave us, Batman the World. It's a graphic novel coming. We got a big piece of it for free, by the way, because it's Batman Day. Then there's Batman Fortnite 0 Point. I have never played Fortnite. I do like the pink bear-looking girl here. She looks cool. But it got Harley Quinn and Catwoman and Batman. They get sucked into another universe. It says, there's a whole bunch of people on here. Writer, Christos Gage, I've heard of him. Pencils, Riley Brown. Inks, Nelson Faro DeCastro. And concept by some guy named Donald Mustard. I don't know if he knows Henry Ketchup, but it's just fighting. And for some reason, when Batman's in the Fortnite universe, he can't talk. I don't know if that's a Fortnite thing. I don't know if they don't talk, if the characters don't talk. But him and Catwoman team up to fight the bad guys. And I'm not buying this. But it was free, so I got it. And then finally, Batman Nightwatch. Ta-da! It's with the team. It's got Batgirl, and it's not the new Batgirl. It's the one that had the cool outfit, the little leather outfit thing going on. Jay Torres is the writer. Eric Owen is the artist. They're looking after Clayman, and Barbara's in her cave giving Batman ways to find Clayman, and Robin shows up, but it's not Robin because he says golly gee, and this our Robin would never say golly gee. So it was Clayman. So they decided to become a team called Night Watch. And they throw in a second story, just to make sure you're paying attention, called Black Ice. Oh, Jay Torres wrote it again. Eric Owen is the artist this time, though. And it's Batgirl, she's fighting Catwoman, Batman building some thermal armor so they can fight bad guys in an icy place, and it's not Mr. Freeze, and it's not Captain Cold. Oh, wait, there is Mr. Freeze. All right, it is Mr. Freeze, sorry. Victor Freeze. And he's got his thermal bat suit on, and he's teamed up with, not Robin, Nightwing, and then Batgirl again. So it's just Batman Family. Back in the day, there used to be a comic book called Batman Family, where they would just throw everyone that's in the Batman thing. If you go to a DC catalog monthly, they release like 87 Batman comic books a month. So, I don't know. Alright, so, Sophie and Fiona, hi, yeah, they came over this weekend. We went and played at a park. We went down to Eaton Rapids, or up to Eaton Rapids, and had ice cream and adventures. We went swimming. We did all sorts of stuff. They had a great time. You were all worn out by the time we took you home to your parental units. So, in the meantime, the rest of you, I mean, look, these are really nice comic books that I got for free. Sure, I'm not going to buy any more of them, but it was nice to get them. In other words, go get a comic book. Go to Fanfare if you're here locally. If you're not, go to your comic book store. If you're not local to a comic book store, you can order them online. There's so many ways to get a comic book. So, I'll see you all next week. No, I don't know what we're getting. I think it's like 5 or 6 books. So, have a good night.